Yo, you tuning into The Notion. I'm here in the building with my co-host,
Jelani Evans.
And that's right, we back in the building. We trying to get the bearings going and get shit rocking and rolling. It's been a little bit of a hiatus with the squad. So, how you doing, brother?
Oh, man, I'm maintaining. I can't complain, you know.
I can, but I'm not.
I mean, it won't help, you feel me? Nah, I mean, everything's good, though, you know.
I dig it. That's what's up, man.
How you living?
Fatherhood is a grind.
Exciting.
Oh man, it's exciting even when you don't want it to be. But it's a beautiful thing, man. I recommend people that are contemplating on being parents to do it, you know. But I can understand how it's not for everyone. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It is for me, but it's not for everyone. But getting things back rolling with the team and the show and stuff like that is cool, you know. So yeah, but other than that, yeah, it's cool. Blessed, you know. If I could summarize it, blessed, bro.
There you
blessed,
go,
bro. So yeah, man. I'm about to start shredding some weight. You feel me? That way.
I'm not gonna shred too much weight. I'm gonna tone up though.
Yeah,
I've already shredded the weight. For real, like.
I feel you.
Sweats is starting to slouch. Oh my god! Got that on that size. Like,
yo, I'm not buying no more clothes.
Yo, the largest is starting to fit now. I'm like, yo.
I feel it, man. Any sneaker news, bro? Anything in the sneaker world, and any updates on Kicks and Sneakers? I did come across the newsletter because I'm a member.
Yeah,
but
or
yeah,
you know, you subscribe. But either way, but in the sneaker world, Virgil Abloh passed away.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace to him. Definitely have to speak on that because that was big. It wasn't just big for the sneaker world, fashion industry, the black community, like, you know, designers, creatives. Like, it hit a lot of people on a lot of different levels because it kind of seemed to come out of nowhere. It was almost a mirror situation of what happened with Chadwick.
It seems like a lot of our influential people is just quiet and they don't want the attention to be on that. But it hurts when it comes, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, and even to the extent of like knowing how long ago he had got diagnosed and everything that he had produced, everything he had overseen, everything he had his hands on in the midst of that time, you know, like everything he produced was dope, but what was even, you know, more commendable was the work ethic going through everything he was going through, you know what I'm saying, and treatments and like, wow. Wow. You know, so that was huge. So again, R.I.P. to Virgil, man.
R.I.P. to Virgil, man.
Hit me a little different.
That stuff, I'm gonna be real, bro. When it comes to, you know, our brothers, you know, passing so young and then it being cancer.
Only 41.
It hits home for me, bro, because like my father wasn't too far from that age, you know, when he passed, and he passed from cancer, and, you know, was a black man. And, you know, it's real easy to sit back and say, oh, you need to take care of yourself and da-da-da-da-da. But I mean, his case was a rare case, a very, very rare case of cancer. You know what I mean? And it's one of those tough scenarios because we're in a time now where people are really more health conscious, but people are like really, you know, they're really checking out young, really, really, really young, you know, in their early 40s. And not only that, but who they are. You know, these are influential people that we've been needing in our culture in a positive light for a very, very long time. You know what I'm saying?
Breaking barriers.
Yeah, man. So
trailblazers.
You know, I just really hope that the things, you know, that these men have done really influence people to keep the flame lit, keep it going. You know what I mean? Because we need more in our community. We need more influential people like that.
I got back in my creative space, so
yeah, yeah. I be getting personal information, inside information on what's going on with Kicks and Sneakers. So good luck.
But also, there's supposed to be legislation coming down to ban bots, or the robots that jump lines and all. So if that happens, then there will be people who have invested thousands into that setup that will become obsolete. And it seems like if that happens, then it will give the real consumers a chance to buy. You got to think about it. So it's like, if a bot is getting the average individual who has one, which it doesn't really happen like that, but the good people, say 10 to 15 pair, then that means, 10 to 15 pair. And so it's easily say like times 100, just 100, right?
Yeah.
15,000 right there. 1,500 right there on the market.
Yeah.
For actual consumer. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that will have a major effect on a lot of things if it goes through the way that's supposed to. Because if that happens, then more consumers will get their hands on them. The need for, or the instance to just run to a reseller or the sites will cut down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The demand for resellers will kind of drop.
Yeah.
But also it'll be harder for resellers to acquire those who use bots. Those who have networks and backdoor and all the things of that nature, they're still going to be in play, and they're actually going to make more money. Yeah, yeah. So for those who actually really do this and have been doing it, shout out to my plug. Everything is good. There's going to be a high level of consistency still, and then they're probably going to see more traffic, which will allow them to kind of control the market in a certain extent. Like those who really do this, they'll really be able to control the market because they'll be able to charge what they want. Because if you don't get your hands on it from the consumer, then you have to be able to find it from a reseller. Those outlets will not be the same. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like at one point everybody wanted to be a reseller, so you turn around. Yeah, that's going to change. Yeah,
the game is going to change. Right now my jersey's in the rafters, I'm done, but depending on how this goes, there might be just maybe 1 to 30 more pair I might get in the near future, but right now I'm chilling. But I seen you sharing that great information, and I was like, oh snap, okay, all right. So like I said, man, you really need to follow Kicks and Sneakers, because he really does stay on game with sneaker news. Everything that I pretty much no, in a lot of cases, I steal from him and make it seem like it's me. So,
also, there's been issues with release dates. A lot of shoes have been being pushed back because there's still shipment issues. At first, there was an issue with the canal and shipping and everything. Now there's issues with dock workers and shipments and things being pushed back. And because, people don't want to go back to work, right?
Hell no.
And so with that, there's a lack of employment in those areas as far as shipping and the docks and things of that nature. So things aren't moving at the same speed or consistency. So things are being pushed back, you know what I'm saying, and delays.
Yeah.
So like this is like,
fuck, man, this is like all around different industries too, where they're just struggling.
Like to the extent like certain boutiques are getting messages from Nike where it's like, not even that the shipment's going to be delayed. It's just, you're not getting any shoes.
Wow.
Yeah, so in rare cases, just like everything is delayed and backed up to so we're just not going to ship them out. They'll be available through Nike type thing, which is kind of interesting as well. So a lot of things are...
That's put more work on their staff.
There's a lot of variables. A lot of things are changing. I don't know how many of these things will stay the same or will change again. So I don't want to say it's transitioning, like that's just what it's going to be, because it can flip up again. But there's a lot of things going on right now as far as inconsistencies.
Yeah.
And, so, it's allowing for people like me to, like, I got a couple of grails, some things that I wanted from like way back because prices have changed on them and dropped and everything, like these right here.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I looked up a couple joints that I paid in bone marrow, and I looked at the price drop, and I'm just glad that I haven't lost my religion, man, because I be wanting to mask up. But
I'm actually about to downsize the collection and sell some stuff and get rid of some things.
I don't think you'll be able to tell. collection is ridiculous. His collection is ridiculous.
I got a few pieces.
Yes. Next place I'm probably gonna shop, especially at the way the holidays are set up and all of these fucking stores going buck wild. We had the conversation yesterday where it was just like, it's not, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it is not smooth. If y'all think y'all getting a head start doing your shopping right now, it's not smooth right now. Every place I went, it was a problem, and it was an annoying fucker asking questions and lines.
Facts, because I experienced the same things yesterday.
I'm like, what's going on?
Due to my frustrations.
Yeah, man. So I think I'll be done with Christmas shopping after we record. Straight up, man.
And then kicks and sneakers, new design.
Yeah.
For sweaters. That's more or less a friends and family type thing I'm gonna do, and a member. So that's my kicks and sneakers family.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
They have access to that once it's done. I set up new equipment. I'm testing it out right now. If everything goes according to plan, then there'll be new services coming from kicks and sneakers as far as shoes go.
Yeah, and I don't think it's an if, because judging by off the equipment that I seen, I don't know if y'all ever seen Batman, but it's going down over there. Whatever he's doing is going down. There was things I seen as far as equipment. I don't even know how to ask what that's called. But yeah, I'm actually excited to see what's coming from what you've been in the cave working on. To be honest,
I'm back to customs too.
Yeah.
It's personals and collaborations at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So there's an artist that I'm gonna be collaborating soon. I'm waiting for the shoes to come in.
Okay.
And so then that's gonna happen. In the meantime, I'm experimenting on new techniques, and I got some new supplies in. So I'm
smooth.
Yeah. So once I leave here, I'm gonna be back in the lab.
There you go, man. I wanted to ask, have you caught up in any news, any hip hop news recently? Specifically, I know I sent you something that was gonna make you laugh about the verses with Bone Thugs and 3-6.
And you know what's funny? Like, I watched it,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a song 3-6 Mafia played, and I was like, yeah. And then right after that, Bones, and they were like, yeah, that's all good. Y'all gonna tear the club up, but when y'all come outside, y'all gotta. And then they played their song, and I was just like, for real? And I turned it off, and that was it. And then come to find out, you can't take Busy nowhere. You know, that's crazy.
Everybody is saying that. I didn't catch the verses. I caught like clips of the aftermath of stuff that was happening.
Me too.
But I didn't really catch it. But it sounded like it went down. I seen the Freddie Gibbs clip where he was actually getting hella weak. You know, that's
because it just came
that's
out
the best
nowhere.
way to be.
It just came out of nowhere. That
okay.
motherfucker is tight, huh?
I know, bro. Like, yeah, it looked like it's not going down today. All right, God, I'm gonna listen. But Jesus.
But hip hop news, not too much. I'm gonna be honest, bro. As of late, it's been school and research and trying to be creative and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of where I've been at.
Okay.
I haven't really like tuned into too much. Like if you notice, even my posting on IG is sporadic. Like one day it'd be lit, and then 2 days
it's just like, yo, rest of the story. Yeah. I've actually done some winter cleaning when it comes to that. The only reason why I seen the information on that is, going on the, some of the pages that the Notion page follows, and I happen to come across that. But I've done a lot of winter cleaning. I'm really focused on a lot of stuff that I definitely want to share with our listeners. So I had to unfollow a lot of things and a lot of people that do give me good content, but it would still be a distraction for what I'm trying to focus on. You know what I mean? And that's a hard thing to do because you do want to stay up to date and current with things that you're interested in. But sometimes that could be a huge distraction if you have one specific focus. You know what I mean? You have one mission. It's like I can't afford to, get distracted or get derailed. So I had to make that decision, but I just thought it was interesting. First, I thought it was interesting that the verses is still popping like that, but I was I get disappointed because these are like legends and OGs. Like, what are y'all doing? Well, there's nothing to prove. But what I feel like happened at the same time is in that particular scenario, they were trying to emulate, in my opinion, I feel like they were trying to emulate how aggressive Jada was when they did the D Block versus Dipset. I mean, they came out swing. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think the two most iconic scenarios in that was that versus and the Gucci and Jeezy. And that's because Gucci was like not fucking around with the disrespect. You know what I'm saying? And so, but like you said, those were both authentic. You know what I'm saying? They were really authentic. So now it's like, are we back to the clout chasing thing? Look, OGs, please don't clout chase. Please don't do it. You don't need to. You don't need to. Don't do it. But that's what I seen. That little clips that I was seeing. That's
one of the best verses to me was Jill Scott and Erykah Badu.
That was an amazing one. I was actually on the grill listening to that.
Bro, like, it was a vibe the whole time. It was just like, instead of it being more of a battle, it was a more of an appreciation for each
giving flowers the whole few. It was like 3 hours or something like that.
And it was like talking about and being able to talk about like, I did this song and and it's like, oh, I don't even remember this one. Oh, you have to play that one for me. Like, it was just like showing appreciation and love. Like, we're both artists. We both get the opportunity to have this platform to show our crafts
and learning some shit, bro. Like learning like things that they were a part of back in the day.
For any funk or any, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, now with the Locks and Dipset, like, these are,
it's New York.
Boom.
Bing bong. Yeah, it's
fuck
New
your
York.
life. You know what I'm saying?
It's New York. It's a different essence over there.
Completely. You know what I'm saying? So like they have a little bit more natural animosity. You know, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
it's barrows and clicks, you know, and errors and
sides. So you know what I'm saying? It's Uptown and Harlem. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so. It's a little different, like I said, so it was natural, and it's just like, man, there was no need for it. It's, you know, and then the thing about it is like, at the end of the day, you're getting the opportunity to showcase your music to a generation that isn't that familiar with you.
Yeah, they're probably going to figure out where people got shit from.
A lot of people were like, I can't believe that they were in the crowd and nobody was hyped. Well, what a lot of people have to understand is that a lot of people went to attend Versus because it's Versus.
Yeah.
They're not always familiar with the artists as they think they are.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're not going to vibe out to everything because they really don't understand the significance. Like, when Tear Club Up came out, we were in that phase. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, well, some of us were younger. You know what I'm saying? But we knew.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, Tear Club Up was the intro to Nuck If You Buck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I would say our generation really had that hyphy.
Well, because there was a hyphy music. There was Lil Jon.
Yeah.
There was, that's where them eras really started. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not familiar with them eras, then you have no idea where things came from.
Yep.
And in this day and age, with all the technology and having many computers in our pocket, people fail to do the research. They don't do their due diligence.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? And backtrace samples and other things of that nature. You understand what I'm saying?
Hype.
Which is why a lot of people are attending Versus for the hype. So then they're not familiar with the music. So then they're not getting live like me or you will. If he was there, we
like, oh shit, you don't know nothing about this, youngin'.
If they play Tear the Club Up, we're gonna be fighting in the audience. You worried about the niggas on stage?
Yeah.
Yo, security there in the audience. Like,
who's gonna save them?
It's like, my fault. I got crunk. They said Tear the Club Up. I
was following directions, officer. That's all I'm saying.
Like, a flashback.
Man, you absolutely right though, dude. Like, you can tell like it's a research issue too, because I remember when they tried to reinvent the Running Man, and it was that song that Jermaine Dupri produced way back in the day that was a hit. That At Night, I think, like that actually went to #1 at one point on iTunes. You know what I'm saying?
Talking about that song where they were doing that whole woo-wop too?
Yeah, the Wheelchair Running Man. That joint. So when they were doing that, it actually boosted up the song again. But folks like us is like, yeah, that was a hit on the radio. But then again, who listens to the radio now? So you're absolutely right. Like, I think that's the most important thing about Versus, is giving people an opportunity to be like, oh, I didn't know that they wrote that. I didn't know that the song came from them.
The song, is it Loose Change? You Can't Stop the Rain?
Yes.
You're familiar with that song, correct?
Yeah, Yeah, remixed.
Okay, so there's a few people that have remixed it. The one that I like the most is with Currency and Jay Worthy.
Okay.
Right? Now, but what I'm saying is that song played in a very familiar show. Mm-hmm. So when the song started playing and a character started singing it, the song started to boost back up. The chart started to get played.
People start looking it up.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then like somebody like me, I'm like, that's been nice.
Yeah, that's a classic. What do you guys?
I listen to the classic and I listen to the remake from my favorite artist.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, you know, so it's just like, but you know, we look up samples because we operate differently with music.
We're the generation that really did the research because you had the CD sleeve and who produced it, who engineered it. And
I remember tape cassettes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's probably gonna be some kid right now as you saying that in real time. What are tape cassettes? Alexa, you know what I mean? It's gonna turn into one of those scenarios. So
like, yeah, but for real though, because you have to take it out and you have to read it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You do.
Like CDs had you spoiled because I remember, you know, have to take it out and flip it over to side B to get the rest of it, cuz.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
So
it's different, man. It's definitely different. But you know what? There's something else. What? There's something else I want to.
What about the A-track,
bro? Don't even get our parents and them started. But I will say that one of the things that I can look back on and appreciate about the verses as well is like moments you can never get back, like DMX and Snoop Dogg. Like at first when I seen that verses, I was like, I don't know the core. I mean, I understand the dog thing, but they're so different and they've been around for an equal amount of time. But when I look back on it, I was like, they were having fun and they were being honored for everything that they were doing. So that part of the verses, I hope never goes away. I actually hope that that's what the verses kind of builds the foundation off of, instead of like who's better than who and this, you know, this ego trip.
Because the thing about it is like, at the end of the day, bro, it's all about preference.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was just like, because they was like, oh, well, the Locks, they were real lyricists. They were whooping. What was Cam and them talking about? Well, Cam and them were rapping how they were feeling and what it was during the times. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in the moment.
Yeah. In the moment, man.
And I'm going to keep it 100. A lot of them songs still rap with the same energy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I get computers putin'. What? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm in pink right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I know them Silicon Valley kids is like, wait, what? Their what is different.
Alexa.
For real, man.
But, you know what I'm saying? But on the same breath, it's like, you know, the Locks that I still, you know, way back, we are the streets.
Yeah.
You know, so go back even further, money, power, respect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, and they hit same way back then, now, because they was living that, just like Kim and them stuff is a vibe, because they were actually living that Laffy Taffy Range Rovers and pink furs and diamonds, and had everybody comfortable to wear the coat.
Go ahead and
you know
go ahead and break it down to them about Cameron and that Iverson deal.
Oh, you talking about the kicks?
Yeah.
Man. Well, you know what? Cam has had a couple of kicks, couple of collabs. I want to say one was with Asics, and then there's one with Reebok and the Iversons. It's like, so, and that one was spicy. But yeah, Cam, his kick game collaborations are really nice.
Yeah.
High quality, like, especially, them things is.
That's one of the things I love about these times, is how many people that were known for one thing are now known for several. You know what I'm saying? Certain people, like back in the day, it was like you were just a rapper or a producer or whatever, and now you have all of these different ventures they're getting into, and with the inclusion of technology growing at a rapid pace and stuff like that too, man.
Because they're no longer just an artist. They're a brand. And when you're a brand, you can market yourself across different platforms.
Absolutely.
Being a brand.
Absolutely.
it allows you the opportunity to collaborate and, you know what I'm saying, get your hands into different things and market your brand with somebody else's.
Oh, so you basically explain why people don't just try to wear one hat.
No, it doesn't make sense to be a one-trick pony.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you just being an artist, while it's cool, you really have to be a great artist.
Yeah. And you're just talking about the art form. We're not even getting to like just regular job. Like that's just as risky too. Like you need to have different streamlines of
100%.
income and opportunities, and you don't have to be a celebrity to understand that you are a brand. You got a Facebook and Instagram and an email, you're a brand too. So
it's just like this, you know. Why limit yourself in a limitless world?
Say it again.
Why limit yourself in a limitless world? So to sit up here and say I'm just an artist, when it'd be better to say that I'm a creative, because I'm not the greatest artist,
right?
But I'm great at creating with clothing, customs. You know what I'm saying? The brand that I have itself. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Throwing events. You know what I'm saying? Like there's different things that I've done over time that all tie into the brand.
Yep. Yeah.
I blog. I write. You know what I'm saying? So there's
no
different
limits.
Things.
No limits, man.
I try to touch on a lot of different things just because who knows? Who knows if this might be the thing that sheds light on me so that everybody can see all the other things that I've done and what else I'm capable of.
And that's how I believe in these times, that's how it happens for damn near everyone. You know, and we just and I feel like now it's like everyone's on the late train. And I'll give you an example from a music standpoint. A lot of artists, their big songs weren't the ones that they thought was going to be the biggest song. It was like, that was like the last song on the album. Like, for example, I just got done reading Will Smith's book. And he was explaining Summertime. He was done with the album. He was on his way back. I think he was flying to LA or something like that. And it was like, yo, we want you to listen to this last little beat. You know, all right, I'll take it with me on the plane. Long story short, you know, he listened to the beat. As soon as the beat dropped, he was like, oh my God, finished writing it before it was time to board and ditched his flight to go record it. And he was completely exhausted, but he said, I have to knock this out. He said it's the only song he ever wrote where he didn't even have to rewrite any of the lines. Everything he wrote was what it was. And it's just like, what are, you know, you always think of what are the chances, but it's like, you were done. You thought it was, hey, this is done. It's a wrap. All right. Hopefully it's a good hit. That ended up being his biggest hit. And that's the thing. It's like, you don't know. That's why you got to keep going. Like you said, with the limitless concept, you got to keep going because it could be anything. You could do a damn cigar collab, and that's the shit that makes everybody look at everything.
It could be a blog. It could be a custom. It could be a sweater.
Yep.
It could be putting on an event.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It could be in the right place at the right time with my brand and a business card because I'm out networking, you know what I'm saying? Because I operate as my own, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But just being out, being open-minded, applying yourself, giving your best effort. Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah. I agree, dog.
You know what I'm saying? You'll definitely be surprised. So.
Yeah, I think that's something that the world needs to really pay attention to. Like, you are a brand. It's not just whether you like it or not, you're a brand. You know, now that people have public access to you, you are a brand publicly. So if people can pay attention to that and they can figure out how to capitalize off of that, I think a lot of great things will come. And it doesn't, when I say you're a brand, it doesn't even have to be on the concept of like, you have to go start a business, or just even if you have a regular 9-to-5, you should still treat yourself like a brand. Treat your lifestyle like your company assets and stuff like that.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
Focus on that output instead of the outcome.
There you go. There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because the thing about it is, like, if you focus on the output, that means you're consistently focused on working and producing.
Right.
If you're focused on the outcome, that means you're worried about how's it going to do, what people think of it, how well will it, should I place it here, why didn't nobody like it, where's the comments, why is the response? It deters your focus.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
In the worst of ways. So if you focus on the output, you consistently work, you consistently produce, right? They say anything that you're working at, what, takes 10 years, 10,000 hours or something like that?
Yeah.
to master a craft.
Yeah.
So you should be consistently working to master your craft and produce more and do things. Like there's somebody that said, don't worry about all the L's. It's like I had all kinds of L's, but once I made it big, all anybody ever talks about is my hits.
Yeah, that's true. I'm trying to go back to this 10,000 hours thing because I think we only got like 60 or 70 hours.
Shit. It depends on what aspect of it you're talking about, because as far as conversing and giving knowledge or dropping game or jewels, who knows?
Nah, bro. I'm a firm believer in that concept because the whole point is to focus on the craft. You know what I'm saying? You could focus on 10,000 hours and clock that and still suck because you never focused on the craft. You focused on the task.
Well, the thing about it is like, a lot of people are more focused on the outcome because of social media, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately.
The likes and the comments where they're like, I'll post something, I'll go away, and I'll come back and I'm like, oh, it's doing numbers. Like that's
the best feeling.
I have my notifications turned off. My phone is an annoyance for me. Because I operate so many different platforms to have my brand out there, right?
Yeah.
Then I actually have a bit of a social life and I have a personal life.
Yeah.
So all of those things go through one phone. You know what I'm saying? Even though there's multiple numbers, it go through one phone. Nah, bruh.
I'm not doing it. You like, nah, I need my time. I'm not doing it.
Bro, and then dealing in crypto, that never stops. So there's always alerts for that, right?
Bro.
Like, yeah, I'm not, and in the emails, yeah, come on. There is no way that this is on sound. Sometimes it's not even on vibrate. It'd be on silent.
This is why I had to unfollow, because, okay, where I'm at, and for the listeners, I am following things that I'm trying to grow within the industries I'm involved with, and as well with the people that I'm associated with. So like crypto, stocks, NFTs. Okay, that's a given, and those are the things that we discuss off mic. Good luck, guys. And then we also have our own brands and businesses, Kicks and Sneakers, Lavora Cole, that one dude that talked with us with the garden, stuff like that. And so I feel shout out to the brother Poe. But the thing is that, that is so important. You know what I mean? But even you trying to have the right idea and say, all right, this is all I'm going to focus on. When you want to relax, you don't want, oh man, this went down in value, and I got 20 emails that's just asking questions, but you know what I mean? But the answers are right there on the website, and you don't have that mental cleanse. You know what I'm saying?
There's supposed to be a certain amount of time for certain things, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, if I'm working and I have stuff going on, like I'm still going to school.
Yeah.
So if I'm getting up and there's stocks that I'm dealing with and I'm going to school and I'm taking classes, doing homework, and I got laptops up, then I don't really focus on my phone. Yeah. I won't even, it'll be on silent, and I'll respond, I'll miss phone calls, and I'll get back to all of that.
Yeah.
When I'm in the mode for that. Right now I'm in a different mode.
Yeah. Me
stopping my thought process to check out my phone for my homework, or if I'm reading up on company profile for stocks or something like that, and I stopped, then I have to get back. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So when I'm working on shoes and I'm doing customs and stuff, like I won't even check notifications or be on my phone. I'll be cleaning shoes and I'll get on IG to show updates and won't even check the notifications or the DMs. I show updates and I get back to work. I respond to all of that when I'm in that mode, so I can give my full attention and get through all my messages, all my notifications in full, and then get back to what it is I'm doing. You keep going back and forth between this and your phone, you prolong processes because you keep throwing focus. You see what I'm saying?
You know what I got out of all of that, bro? I gotta take my ass to school because you about to have a degree. Poe already got one. This isn't looking bad, bro. Being outnumbered, I feel the walls closing in and shit. So, nah, but for real, bro, that's so important, man. And delegating, understanding and how to delegate your tasks as well as regulate the stress, right?
Discipline, the time, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's very key.
Yeah.
It's very big. Very important.
Yeah, it's very important, man. And that's the part. This is what I like about the authenticity and what you're saying and what we're talking about here, is that right there is the shit that's not being talked about enough when an entrepreneur or somebody that's deemed extremely successful is being interviewed. You know what I'm saying? They talk about, the calls and the emails, but it's like, nah, get down to the nitty gritty and help people understand, this has to be something that you really want.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%. And that's why you got to have a schedule. And you have to be disciplined to the schedule. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, get up in the morning. What's the first thing you do? Grab your phone.
Yeah.
Check your notifications. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's awful.
I wash my face. I brush my teeth. I take my vitamins.
Y'all nasty.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Because if I don't do that, then that's going to throw me off already. I'll be thinking about that 2 hours later if I don't do it. Because I've done it before. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't have time to be thinking about the other because I have to focus on. So that's what I do first. Then I check my phone. Respond and do whatever I need to do. Check emails and all this shit. And then school. Once I'm in school mode, don't call me. Don't pull up. Don't knock on the door.
It's not gonna happen for you,
man.
Yeah, I had a rhythm before parenthood.
That goes once you're a parent, rhythm goes out the window unless we're talking about music.
I'm learning. I'm trying to find my feet and learn how to dance again right now, dog. I would get up and the first thing I do is make my bed because that's like, okay, I completed something today.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Bed,
And then like I would go into my old rituals and stuff like that. But since we have a new GM, we waking up and changing diapers and feeding him, and then we go fix dragon breath and wash our face and stuff like that. But the point is even that turns into a schedule as you get the rhythm of it. Like, okay, we need to make sure the baby sleep at this time. We got to make sure we need to get up before him. Like some of the books that I read, where they're talking about like a lot of millionaires that have families, they're up hours before everybody else is up in the house just so there's no distractions. Right. Okay. I know the first kid gets up at 4:00 in the morning every morning. So I'm up at 2. I have those 2 hours to plan my day out, drink my coffee, woosai.
Right. Prepare for the day mentally.
Exactly.
Basically.
Yeah, man. So, that's, to, fellow parents or, people that are looking for a schedule, that's a good way that's a good piece of advice that I learned and that I plan on applying, in the future. But yeah, it's definitely, you have to really want this shit, and you have to have a schedule. I value a schedule so much, man.
You have to really want it. That's with anything, bro.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
in a prime example. That's with everything. You have to want it.
But that's the whole thing. If you really want it, that's where the discipline is a little easier to implement.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely, man. I wanted to ask you a question, and I purposely made sure I was like, I'm not going to ask him before we get on the mic. How does it feel to start a trend, brother? I'll elaborate. I expected the like, where is he going with this? I'm gonna call a spade, bro. You threw the Fly Kicks event, and now we see all these different events that a lot of them are atrocious when I look at the ads and what you get for what you pay for it. But I wanted to know, how does it feel to know that you...
Are you talking about sneaker prom?
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
there's a lot I don't know the actual name for it.
Yeah, you got... Well, there's been several, you know what I mean? And I I think I sent you one before the baby came. And I was just like, yo, check this out. Or maybe you sent me one. I don't know. But either way, it was just like, yo, I feel like this dude really just started like a whole... Because the first one I ever went to was the one you threw. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, yo, man.
Mine was unique, though.
Very unique.
In a lot of different ways. And I feel like what they're doing, like, when it was explained as, think of it as a sneaker prom, but, you know what I'm saying, but for a good cause.
Mm-hmm.
A sneaker prom before a good cause. And my whole thought was like, ew. And not for the good cause, and not for dressing up with sneakers, even though I'm not really
big on that. Yeah,
I'm not really into that. Not saying that it can't be done, because I've seen great execution with it, but I'm not really into that because it doesn't really seem to mesh well the way that people do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you throw prom on it, and that makes it seem kind of childish.
Of course, it's childish.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really.
Do we need permission slips?
It's like kind of like, oh, and it's like, I don't know, but hey, to each their own. I mean, I hope it goes well or whatever.
Yeah, me too.
I seen it's been postponed, so I guess maybe because of the Marion dance this way in here, or whatever's going on.
Touch.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's the holidays and they don't want you to touch anybody.
Yeah.
I don't know, but so it's been pushed back, but I hope everything goes well for them.
Yeah, man. I'm just gonna give the flowers if everybody ain't gonna give it, and I know that you can. You have plans to continue dope ventures in the future, but I was really thrown off. Like, whoa! Like it's just because even the timing. Even if the timing, that afterwards, it was like, oh shit, that was a good idea. And the interesting thing,
that's somebody that I reached out to be a sponsor and vend at the event.
Oh man, Nas always said, hate is just confused admiration. But but what I really wanted to bring forth with what I thought was interesting about the different events, because if I'm not mistaken, I've seen 2 or 3 that were very similar to yours being advertised and promoted and the whole nine, was that the concepts were your brainstorms. When me and you were talking about it, you was, hey, what about this? And he's like, yeah, but I don't want to do that because it's going to look like this. So it's interesting to see stuff that was in the brainstorm.
Well, then it's just like this. Like, think of it as a sneaker prom, but I actually seen a few different high schools prom theme be sneaker oriented.
Yeah, our generations, when we were wearing jerseys and sneakers to prom.
No. I mean, like, over the last few years, right before COVID.
Oh, okay.
They really start, because you got to think about the sneaker wave really started to get big in the younger crowd.
Yeah.
It started to hit different.
Yeah.
So there was actual sneaker themed proms.
Yeah.
Like, I had actually seen a couple of dope artistic designs with shoeboxes that I thought about recreating, but I just didn't have enough time or shoeboxes, honestly, to recreate it the way that I wanted to for my event. But yeah, it's like sneaker proms and stuff, and I was like, I don't want that. I don't want it to be formal, because sneakers are informal and the culture itself is informal. You know what I'm saying? So the best way for you to express your sneakers is with your own style, your own flair, your own clothing. So come geared, but express yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I dig that.
Like, come geared, but make sure your kicks is on point and your gear is a reflection of you.
Yeah. Straight up.
You know what I'm saying?
Straight
and
up.
so, and that's what I wanted. And then it was like, I'm not gonna front. I seen the numbers. The numbers are questionable. That's what I'll say. The numbers are questionable. And I mean, like, I don't know. I guess, like I said, they're doing it for whatever reasons and causes, and that's cool, and maybe that's why.
Yeah.
But it's just like, damn, that's all I get.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not like, ugh, sheesh. That's all. Oh, wow. Because I don't know. Everything was inclusive with my price, and it was just one price.
Well, what I'm learning, and like I said, I'm doing a lot of reading. I mean, you're doing a lot of reading and getting credit for it. I'm doing a lot of reading and hoping I get credit for it. And I'm just understanding, like, we come from a time where it's just like authenticity. And it really seems like things aren't really what it seems when people kind of give the facade that, this blew up and this is popping or whatever. And so we really are taking the stairs with the things that we're doing. You know what I mean? And so I understand that, you can have the quality, you can have the right crowd, you can have all the bells and whistles, but people will truly miss out on the opportunity if they're not moved by hype. And that's the scary times that we live in. We talk about hype in the sneaker world because, you're a sneaker grand aficionado, whatever that shit is. And I'm like a lieutenant. And
it's not a rank.
and I feel like that same hype, when we talk about hype, when we're on the phone talking about hype, or we're just kicking in, we're talking about it, that shit applies to everything. Social media opened the gates to where hype is driving everything.
The event will do well because of that. Because it's getting hype, like it's getting more
numbers
shares
wise
and more tread.
Numbers wise, it'll
and
do
that's
hype.
cool.
And the thing is we're still
numbers wise.
Yeah, because that, the quality, because when people do go to something or they're a part of something that's hyped up, you're going to get the real reviews as time goes on and the concrete finally sets. You're going to finally get the drinks was whack, the bartender was whack, or it was hella overcrowded and, it was hot, people stank, whatever the case it is, right? So I just feel like when that happens, there's so many things that could be possibly overlooked. You know what I mean? Because you chose the hype over just something as simple as doing research and asking questions. Who's putting the event on? Well, what's their backstory? What do they do? Oh shit! Oh, this person's gonna be there. Oh, that venue's. You know what I'm saying? All of those things you almost can never miss if you just do a little research. You know what I'm saying? The only L you're taking is if you know the facts and you know the facts aren't great and you still decide to go. That's the only L you really say. But at that point, there's no surprise, right? So,
but it's something to do, man.
Oh, it's definitely something to do. So, there's that. But I mean, I think in the future, we're gonna see a lot of replicas of originals, and in our lifetime and in early days of our youth, replicas only last so long.
I'm running it back.
Oh, I know.
I already had a couple of people from out of state hit me.
Oh yeah. Get my passport on Monday.
And I'll be in a different place by then. So yeah.
You see the luggage, bro.
Mine's is beat up.
That's new. So I'm going somewhere. I don't know. I don't care if it's
Bro, I put up almost 60,000 miles in the air this year.
What?
Yeah.
60K?
Somebody's like, yeah, you gonna come fly? No.
I think if I count back and forth to work, I'm at about 400 miles. I mean, if you include the gas stations and grocery store trips, those are essential miles.
Yeah, I probably put an easy 1,000 miles together on the road.
Yeah, you've been out, bro. You've been out and about, bro. You have some people that be lying in their story. You know what I mean? It's actually comical. Watching when I was watching your story and you were traveling and shit, a little drink and everything like that. Oh, I'm at the airport and I was like, see, that's how you do it. It ain't no old motherfucker not paying for that shit in the background. That motherfucker's doing it all this. So I don't know, when I see, in the past, the ladies, they living it up. And it's like, well, why aren't you showing Fletcher? I know he's the one financing all of it.
Tyrone can't get in the shot?
Yeah. No, Tyrone's too young of a name. It's got to be Fletcher or Cletus or Overton.
Harold.
Or, yeah, Harold. Shout out to Poe. He'll knock all that shit over.
Show Edward some love.
Yeah, there you go. Those are worthy names of people that are financing young girls' trips.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, you was out here, man. You was going to a lot of different things, and it was actually fun watching your story at times. Because it was like, yo, what the hell was that? Well, what story is that? Because people, not only are people, really cautious about being at home, but even when people are not, they're not going places for the experience.
I mean, that's the only reason I'm out. I'm out to network. I'm out to, now I'm in for events, visit boutiques, catch up with certain resellers, and just really enjoy everything, but also experience as much as possible. Like, I'm eating out at different restaurants, when I'm on certain spots in the East Coast, like out there in I can't think of the actual name of the casino, but I be out gambling a little bit and everything too. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't even know
just a little bit of things here and there just to get the full experience. Like, it makes no sense to travel and like kind of go do what you need to do and then just kind of sit in your room and be like, that's trash.
You don't want to do it like that.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But on the same breath, like, I'm not showing everything and I'm not trying to flex. I'm only showing stuff that's related or relative to kicks and sneakers and shoes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
absolutely. And I respect that, man. That's smooth.
I be living it the fuck up, though. No,
yeah. Nah, he does. He's not playing. He's not playing at all. He's just doing that for you just in case you don't. I'm fucking lying. But I do recommend people getting out more. I mean, people have been locked in for a long time. It doesn't mean you have to jump on a bird right now, but just get out, get air, go take a walk, get outside, open your mind, get some sunlight, get some natural air.
Man. Go to a nature park, get into it, nature all up. I love going to nature parks, like where they actually like preserve. Man, there, because it's so just raw. You know what I'm saying? Peaceful.
That's what's up, man. I respect the hell out of that. I'm definitely gonna give me some Nature Valley bars when we get up out of here and do what I need to do. Yeah, I love those too.
Yeah, nature park in your backyard.
I think I'll pass by the park on the way there. Nah, you should.
What are those trees?
You should get out. Real talk though, man. You should get out. I agree with that. I stay up the street from a park, man. So those things are it's important for the soul. It's important for your
mental.
You didn't
say you went there. You just say you stayed up the street from when?
Man, I've been there 2-3 times since I've been here, man. I'll go back.
In January, I had this house for 5 years.
Oh, yeah. I'm just Bro, I'm gonna be mad if I get the comments, man. Yo, you go to the park yet? It'll be hot, man.
Post pictures or it didn't happen.
Yeah,
that's how it goes.
It really is how it goes, man. So
that's fine. A lot of stuff didn't happen for me if that's the case, bro. I'll be too caught up in the moment. I'm like, oh my gosh, where's my phone?
Those are your great
document.
Hey, those are the greatest stories, right? Some of the greatest stories you ever hear, or the greatest stories you ever tell, are the ones where the only witnesses you have or the people that were there or yourself. And then at that point, it's up to the person listening to it to have an imagination, right?
I mean, if you know me, you know, I pretty much, yeah. Can't make it up.
There's just some stories, bro, that are so crazy. It's like, nah, that ain't made up. You're not that fucking creative, dog. Nah, it happened. I believe him. Yeah, I definitely believe him.
Be crazy, man.
It is.
Good times, though, and that's what it's about. Have a good time, man. Getting out and experiencing life, because nothing's guaranteed, nothing's promised. So absolutely. Enjoy everything and get the most out of it.
Absolutely. Hey, man. Before we get out of here, bro, what books are you reading right now, man? For the Notion listeners, man, what do you think is a good book?
It's crazy because honestly, I haven't read anything since I want to say it's the Book of Mistakes. Or is it the Book of 9 Mistakes or something like that? I feel like
you sent me that. I need to download that.
That's the last book that I read. Loved it. I'm so mad that it like came to an end. Matter of fact, let me see if I can actually find a title for the people. Great book, man. Really informative. I'm actually going to read it again.
That's how you know it's a good book, when you want to run it right back like a CD.
Let me see.
Said the Mistakes.
Yeah, the Book of Mistakes by Pritchard.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the last book that I actually read. I mean, I read some books for school, but they wrote more like.
This is like something that you feel like, all right, everybody should probably like an everybody must read type of book.
Yeah, because those books were more like racial and stuff. Some of them were actually really good. Can't remember the names right off top because I'm in a different semester now. So outside of that book that I just recommended, the Book of Mistakes by Pritchard, outside of that book, those are the only other books that I've actually read. So I don't remember the name right off top. I know one is like White Frailty or something like that.
Okay.
And all three of the books that I did read are from actual professors who have studies in those areas, so it's not just no BS. So next time I'll have the names written down just in case anybody's interested. But the Book of Mistakes is definitely a good one, and then Contagious.
I've been keeping that close to the chest. I ain't been telling nobody. I'm still not.
You
want to
know what's crazy about that book?
I'm about to bleep that out.
You want to know what's very interesting?
It's one of my favorite books. When you put me on that, bro, I was like, yo.
That book is the one Nipsey Hussle read right before the $1,000 CD.
So, how about that?
Yeah,
shout out to Nip.
Just a fun fact. You know what I'm saying? Because you know his thought process, his hustle and his work ethic was different. You know what I'm saying? And he was very ingenious with a lot of ways that he went about things as far as promoting and his layout for albums and things of that nature, even mixtapes. So to know that he read and kind of studied that book, and that was something he really enjoyed reading, you know what I'm saying? And like really like took notes from before he kind of like made that next leap. Because when you think about $1,000 mixtape,
what?
Didn't Jay-Z buy like 100?
And see, that's what it turned. I remember watching his interview, and he said that's what it turned into, a competition. You know, like street cats was coming in like, what? Man, I'll take 4 of those. I'll take 5, you know. And it was great. It turned into sport. This is something for sport.
Well, in at the end of the day, it was all the bottom line of it was support, though.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And that's what is missing a lot of times. Like,
oh man, it is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because like we know what the definition for support is, and in those instances, they carry weight.
Yes.
Jay-Z carried weight
with
his purchase.
Yes.
It was substantial.
That was like the beginning of their relationship.
That leap.
Mm-hmm.
Because it wasn't even so much as he can rap, because he could.
Mm-hmm.
The thought to market and present it and price it.
Mm-hmm. This
is what I'm worth. This is what the project is worth. And I know that. Not bending or budging. This is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You can take it or leave it.
Mm-hmm.
That hit different.
It does hit different.
You gotta respect it.
Oh yeah.
And at the time that it was done, it was a head turner.
Yeah, it was like, what? Wait, what? Who? What? I mean, even if you didn't know him, you researched him after you heard what he did behind that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that I don't know, that the things that came from that book, like what you're explaining with Nip and that book altogether, I think I've read it twice, and then I even have the summary.
Contagious by Jonah Berger. There you guys go. So there's 2 books for you. The Book of Mistakes, Skip Pritchard, and Contagious, Jonah Berger. So
there you go. Right, that's free game for you guys, and understand that the only people that will get this information are the first 2-hour listeners. After that, I'll be uploading the bleeped out version where he gave that information, because that's real. That's 2 serious gems right there that he gave.
Shit, I got one more for you. This is one of my favorite books, too. It's one of my favorite books, bro. Like, I always recommend it just because it helps. It helps with your perception of things, and it kind of helps you to look at things differently. You know, over time, you start to dealing with people, dealing with situations and different things in life. You start to feel a certain way, or look at certain things, or believe things to be a certain way.
Yeah.
Because of experiences when it's not actually, you know what I'm saying, set up to be that way.
Yeah.
So, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson.
Yeah. That one is amazing.
Yeah.
That's
just
an amazing book.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, you know, it helps to break down a lot of things, and it helps you look at things differently. You, after a while, you stop giving so much power, attention, and focus to things that at the end of it all really don't matter.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll paraphrase something from the book. The older you get, the less fucks you have to give. So you have to make sure the things you give a fuck about are worth the fuck.
Yeah.
Did you catch that?
All of that is true. All of that is true. Because there's things I do not give a fuck about that I used to probably trip over or stress over 3 years ago.
I'll say 10 months ago. You're a parent now.
Yeah. Oh, there's a whole lot.
So
there's a whole lot of security in what I care about right now.
And there's a lot of things that you no longer are concerned with.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And so it's like this book is almost like helping you to see things from a different perspective without having to go through a major transition.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Fair, yeah.
And so I suggest that book to a lot of people. It's a very, very, very good book.
It's a very good book.
Because it hits a lot. Because with books like that,
in that book are like right here.
With books like that, it doesn't matter where you're at, because they'll hit you on a different level.
Yep.
And the thing about it is, as you grow and mature, you double back to read the book, and it hits you a different way, because you'll comprehend it on a different level as you continue to grow.
And however you're feeling emotionally at that time, it might hit like, oh shit, what am I doing right now? Right.
On the same breath, reading books again helps you uncover certain different messages that you missed reading it the first time.
Fuck yeah, bro. You know how many words I want to use that I ain't heard before? I'm about to kill him in the next debate. Like,
but yeah, man, make sure to read. You know, it's fun.
Read is fun to mental, right? So yeah, I agree with that. I read, and I told you about this. I read Will Smith's book. It's extremely underrated as far as the publicity that's being pushed around out there,
because there's other things regarding him that people have been putting out, and at this point, people are tired of hearing about Will and Jada.
The sad thing is Will and Jada is probably about 5% of the book. So literally,
because the book is about Will and his life experiences. Like you said, he's being very vulnerable and open in the book, which is very interesting because, you know, you don't get that a lot from celebrities.
No, you don't.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't.
It's about the anonymity to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Because so much of their life seems to be out in the open. They look to be very personal.
Yeah.
And keep things out of light as much as possible outside of their careers, which is understandable. They're all entitled to that. But to have somebody openly be vulnerable and give you the information willingly, it's different.
And the game that was given. There was a lot of game that was given. Like I said, it's up to people to want to read the book and shit like that. But that's what I read right now. I got like 4 or 5 other books I haven't touched yet that I'll probably be sharing and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I hope that the listeners appreciate those 2 books like I do. Oh, I'm sorry, 3 books like I did.
You gotta get to the Book of Mistakes.
Yeah, I gotta get to the Book of Mistakes,
bro. Great read.
I have it downloaded.
Great read.
Yeah, I have it downloaded, man. I definitely have it downloaded. So.
Like getting to the end of the book, I kind of like slowed down because I know I was getting to the end of the book. You know what I'm saying?
I was saving the last bite. Like I'm gonna just
gotta
chill.
Savor it.
Yeah. Straight up.
But that book, like Contagious, notes.
Yeah.
Not your first time around.
Yeah. The second time around, I got the notes.
You read it to, you know, fully take it in and enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Second time around is you take notes and kind of break it down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it hits different. And then, you know, at that point, if you do it a third time, it's mainly studying and research.
Mm-hmm. And there's multiple books that I probably got to keep going over and over again with because of how much and how valuable the information is there. You know what I mean?
Know, that's how it is. Certain books you're meant to read again and read again.
Mm-hmm.
Other ones is one read, and you know you approach certain books differently.
That's what a gem is, right? You don't just showcase it once. It's on display for pretty much ever. Anyways, man, we gonna get up out of here, man. It's good to be back, man.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, man. Anyways, this your boy Dizzy D Spill here with my co-host in the building,
Jelani Evans.
And we back with it. We gonna give you a lot of different topics, information, and we not really gonna be all that apologetic about what the fuck we talking about.
On your dog ass.
Anyways, until next time, thanks for tuning in. Peace.